Hello, everybody. This is Bob Anderson, and today is June 11th, 2025. Um, I took a little pre-market trade in the MNQ, lost a little bit of money, and then I took another trade in the MNQ and made a good amount of money for it. I don't even remember how many points it was, but it was quite a few points. But I was going to a target. I videotaped that trade and then I explained why I took that trade in the video. But the key, the lesson to be learned in that is if you guys remember, I've been out of town since Wednesday morning of last week. Today is Wednesday. I got back Monday night and I was way behind on work. I got all these customers here I'm having to follow through on today in terms of contracts and specs and stuff. That's why I've got it written down because I'll forget. Anyways, and so I took a couple trades yesterday, but I wasn't really paying attention, and I think I had one loss, one win, and I made like $60. So what I did after my day was done yesterday is it's one of the things that I do very regularly, and it paid off for me today. Is I went back and I looked at the charts for the day yesterday, being Tuesday, and I saw, hey, this seems to be what they're playing off of right now. This seems to be the game. The game being played by the algos is this game today. And in the past, I've kind of talked about that. I've said, like, I remember I brought it up in the video while I was trading, but um, I know for a fact I brought up. Listen, this trade right here in gold, this trade right here keeps working at like 9:40 in the morning or whatever it was, and it was a crossover of the 1 minute gold line, Donchian Channel high pullback. The 1 minute gold line trade. It was working like a beast every damn morning for like at least a week. And so, I was jumping right on that pig. Well, how did I know this? Because I went back and studied the charts. And that's exactly what I did yesterday. To get back in rhythm today, to know what the heck I'm doing, I spent some time looking at Tuesday's chart, for example, and I noticed a pattern. And I said, hey, this is what I'm going to do today. But I don't have the nerve in the NQ to take this trade yet in my trading journey with NQ instrument. So I did it in the MNQ, which was nice. Now again, it's just if I'd have taken this exact trade in the NQ, I would have been it. If I was lucky, I would have been out at break even. Otherwise, I would have probably lost $100, $200 at least, because I wouldn't have had the nerve to let the trade work the way it had shown it was working the day before and the day before that. So, but with the MNQ, I had the nerve to just sit on my hands and let it do its thing. So, what is the point of what I'm talking about? The point of what I'm talking about is, you can know your rules for the trades that I talk about, but to give yourself a leg up, spend a little time looking at what they did the day before. Look at the monkey game they played the day before, and then you'll know what games, most likely, the monkey games are going to be today, until those monkey games go away and they make it something else. Okay? So, that's my story of the day, and you'll see the trade that I took. I think I took it live from the beginning. I don't remember. I don't remember anything. I swear I don't remember anything. But I know I was in it live. Anyways, and then I show you what I looked at from the day before that gave me the confidence to take this trade, at least in the MNQ, not in the NQ. I wish I had taken it in the NQ. Holy cow. I'd be singing and dancing on this video. But anyways, but I made money and I stopped because I really haven't caught up. I still got all these things to deal with today. I have not caught up yet. So Thursday and Friday will hopefully be 2 days that I could focus a little more on trading. I just hit and run today, but it was a beautiful trade. All right, everybody have a good day, and you'll see them right now. All right, so here we are. Today is June 11th. I am going to see if maybe I can take something a little aggressive first thing this morning. Well, that kind of sucks. I was kind of hoping we would come down and pierce the prior day close in the overnight open, and I could take a long. So I threw it on the MNQ just to get so I'd be looking for like a swing trade, not a hit and run, not a hit and go trade, where I'm just clipping it and making some money. Well, damn, let me think here. Yeah, I turned this on hoping this was going to keep on coming down and then I'd get a rotation here. So let me start looking to the left here. What's going on? So we had the prior day high here get rejected way back around, I don't know, like 10 o'clock last night. So it is subject to a crossover retest. Let me see if that'll set up. It's early, so that's why I'm sitting here with the MNQ, not the NQ. It's early, but I'm looking to take something where I can swing a few more points than normal. Kind of help with the trade type. There we go. All right, so we're going to try this here. We'll see what we got because we got a crossover retest of the prior day high. And let's just see if we can get a rejection of it. I want it to stay there. Don't take off on me yet. Don't take off on me yet. Don't take off on me yet. Dang it. Stay there. Don't take off on me yet. Don't take off on me yet. You pain in the butt. I don't want you to run down yet. Stay. 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 Okay. All right. There we go. Stay. Stay for a minute. Oh boy, this would get even better if it goes up there and stays there now. Yeah. Now stay there. Stay there. Now stay there. Stay there. Just stay. Just stay there. Just stay there. Just stay there. Man, I tell you what, this has got some long tail to it. Come on. Stay. Just stay. Just stay. Don't roll over on me yet. 14, 13, 12, 11. All right, here we go. Let's just see. Let's just see. MNQ. So I'm not really risking much money here. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now, let's just kind of figure out where we could go with this. We can at least go to here. If it goes, we can at least go to there. I mean, I don't know how much money that's going to amount to, but we'll see. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't do that to me. 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 Oh, are you going to roll up on me, you dog? Now, because I've got the MNQ, I have the nerve to hold the actual pivot versus just the top of the candle. See how that worked? All right, there you go. See, they're playing dirty. But because I'm trading the MNQ, I can, let it jerk around more if I believe in the trade more. Come on, just run down. Just run down. Really? Come on, guys. Okay, there you go. There you go. Come on. Really? This is really ugly, honestly. I just really would have thought this would have run down instead of doing this meandering stuff. I'm really not appreciating this right now. Wow. This is just freaking hideous. I mean, this is really hideous. Come on. Come on. There you go. Now go. Go, dang it. What is the problem here? If I'd have been in the NQ, I would have already had a heart attack, just so everybody knows. If I was trading the NQ with this specific trade. Come on. Are you kidding me? I might just have to kill this thing. I might. Of course, as soon as I kill it, that's when it'll slam straight down to what would have been the target. That's how this stuff always works. Come on, go. Go. What the heck? I'm going to get out one way or the other. Come on. I'm just done. There we go. Now go. Now go. What the heck? This is just painful. Seriously. You should see the pain in my face right now. That's exactly why I didn't take this in the NQ, man. I'm just telling you. I'd have had to dial 911 and be dragged to the hospital by now. Come on. Come on, guys. We all know where you want to go. Why aren't you just doing it? Because you want to make people like me have a heart attack. I mean, we knew where you were going to go, and here it is you're going, but You just want to make it painful for me in the process. Come on. So what are we at? 20 points, 22 points. You should flush right here. You should flush right here to your target. Come on. Come on. Oh my God. Seriously? What is the problem? By the way, at the same time, just so everybody knows, I am looking at the NQ. There we go. That's what should have happened a long time ago. Jesus. Okay. Sorry. Jeez, that's what should have happened a long time ago. That exact thing right there. Man, I tell you what. Oh God. Unbelievable. And the worst part is as summer comes along, these trades are going to get more and more and more difficult. Oh God. Are you telling me you're going to crash this thing all the way down now? Wow. Anyway, so what I want to do, just quickly, let me show you this, and I'm probably going to call it a day because I'm still trying to catch up from yesterday, from me being back yesterday for the first time in a week. I mean, I guys, you'd be surprised, man. I've got a handful. While I was on vacation, man, I had probably one, two, three. I had probably about 3 or 4 people contact me and say, okay, they're ready to build a house. They're ready. It's like, oh my God. But anyways, what I was looking at was like, for example, here at the same time, this is the ES, same pattern, crossover retest of the bottom of the prior day high. The ES just did a little better job of not going up and banging into the red line and all that stuff in the same process. And then over here, let me just show you this. Over here in the RTY, it was the same pattern. I mean, like they were all in agreement. The only difference is the RTY just never got up here and actually tested the bottom of the prior day high before it rolled over. And probably I should have stayed. I probably could have stayed in the trade longer. And I'm going to tell you why now that I'm looking at this. And this is a learning process for me every day. Every day when I trade, I use it as a learning process. But see how this has yet to get to the overnight open. So this is still going to be pressing down. So this was just going to press down also, if I'm making sense. That's just my thought. And it's, the same thing. Look, it took the ES a little longer to, it was, bing, bing, and now it's rejecting. So this is probably going to start rotating up, but the RTY has yet to test. Of course, it didn't test from here either. So anyways, I just thought I'd point that out for everybody. That's probably going to be my only trade of the day. Well, I shouldn't say my only. Hold on here. Can I get this thing out of the way? Come on. Why is this thing? Well, here, let me just shrink this. I took a little shot in the dark over here and lost a few ticks, or a few points. Lost like 4 or 5 points, which in the MNQ is really not anything. Over here in the pre-market, just something in the pre-market, but crossover, retest, rejection, back down to here. I mean, it's probably going to do it again. Hold on here. Let's just hold on. We might be doing it again right here. Yeah, great trade. And so let me point something out to you. Like I could have NQ'd this trade and obviously made a lot more money. But the problem is the dirty dog stuff they do, like this candle right here. So they established this candle as the pivot, which is how I used it with the MNQ because I'm not risking as much money. And then they came down and then rotated this dog back up here. And his whole job, this candle's whole job, was to clean out the stops that were just following the back of that candle. That was his whole job. And then once he did it, they rotated it back down. So, anyways, that's my trade for today. It's like 200. I think I net like $200 or whatever. And I've got to catch up on some work that I have. And then maybe I can focus a little more on Thursday and Friday. Yeah. All right. So everybody have a good day. And Jesus, this was brutal. The trade pattern worked to a T. Exactly how. Exactly how it's supposed to. You know, it even was a 1 minute gold line trade because you had your crossover retest right here of your 1 minute gold line in agreement with the red line, and you had your smooth pullback, low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, boom, gone. So it even was a 1 minute gold line trade. But because it was so early in the morning, I wasn't necessarily looking at the 1 minute gold line. I was just looking at, we are going to reject the prior day high. Let me find something and I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Watch this. Hold on. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. And again, history repeats itself. So that's what you gotta focus on. History repeats itself. So this is yesterday's price action that one of the things I do, and I attest that you should do this also if you're going to actually try to take this stuff seriously, is review your charts from the day before, see what kind of things the market has been respecting the most, and make those your focus for your next day until it no longer works, and then go back and see what is the focus now. So, for example, that's why I said, for example, back, I don't know, in several videos ago, we had a period, there was a week, I think there was about a week, that the 1 minute gold line in gold was just firing off at like 9:40 every morning. I can't remember what it was, but every morning, zing, it was crossing over, creating a new Donchian high, pulling back to the gold line, and then wham, gone. Okay? Well, that happened for like a week straight, that exact same trade. Anyway, so what was happening yesterday? Well, this is aftermarket kind of stuff, but here we are. Well, let's not even talk about aftermarket. Let's just talk about the market. So here's 934. Where did you get the confidence to take this trade, Bob? Well, at 934 yesterday, they touched the prior day close and the overnight open and shot, and they went to the prior day high. Rotated down, sat on the prior day high, went back down and through it. Now, watch this. How prevalent was this? Well, why don't we just keep watching? We rolled back inside, technically created space here, rolled back inside the prior day high again. And this is in the afternoon. This is at 1:30. I sat here on the phone talking to customers about specs on their house and stuff, and I saw this and I went, oh crap. They rolled up, tested it again, and then straight down. Boom. And then what did they do when they hit here? Rejected it straight back. It's like, come on, man. So this morning I told myself, Bob, I don't have the nerve to fire off NQ trades necessarily. This one would have been a lot easier because here's your pivot and here's your entry. That's not that tough. But first thing in the morning, like this one at 9:35, that one probably would have been a little bit more hairy carry for me in an NQ. So I said, let me just throw like 3 contracts on an MNQ and let it run. And that's exactly what you just saw me do. Because right now, we seem to be in this pattern where this thing is touching and going, touching and going, touching and going. So there you go. That's why I took that trade. So now you know. Again, I always review my charts from the day before to see if I can recognize something that seems to be working better than something else. And that's your lesson for the day. And that's how I took that trade that you just saw. That, you know, and I knew my personality. I knew the personality of the instrument I was trading. And therefore, I knew not to, not to trade the NQ. And I knew to give it the room and let the pivot that they established through the prior day high to be the stop that I used, because they came right. You saw it. They came up and they stuck their finger through the top of that candle on the left and then ran it straight back down. And that was all intentional. It's dirty dog stuff. I talk about it. The NQ is vicious. It is vicious. When it wants to be vicious, it's vicious. And when is it the most vicious? Well, it's going to be the most vicious at, that early morning stuff. But, the market, because it's summer trading, the market isn't really moving that wildly. This is not really that wild. Okay. And that's another thing I noticed, and we had news at 8:30. So I'm sitting there going, okay, the market really hasn't been kicking too much. Let me just kind of pay attention first thing in this morning and see if I can get a situation just like this again. And that's exactly what the hell happened. Everybody have a good day. Bye.